So you're saying that in your world, that thing is called a nail. From the perspective of being tools, at least its size is not more noteworthy than its functionality. Moreover, as a vessel for the power of a shrew, if it were too delicate, it would seem ill-fitting. Functionality. Yes, it is true for exterminating evil. Perhaps you've heard of the Great Eruption, the entire world gradually sinking into an abstract sea, an irreversible approaching apocalypse. I was a bit confused before. Is your Great Eruption really that simple? I mean, wasn't there any other phenomena? Like a little girl who can control hurricanes, or feathers that can induce illusions, anything like that? Not at all. I haven't heard of that either. Maybe the name Great Eruption is just a coincidence, and all of this has nothing to do with finality. So, from what it looks like now, the Great Eruption is no longer a disaster troubling you. Yes, thanks to the 7 nails you're looking at, short for 7 poles of transfixing shadows. This is one of them. Of course, this leads to another matter. In fact, for the residents of Langqiu before the Great Eruption, shadows were something more dangerous. No one knows how they originated. Perhaps the shadows themselves don't even know. What people can be sure of is that from a certain day on, they suddenly appeared in 10 different manifestations, wreaking havoc on the world, and fear was the root of them all. And those who conquer their own fears, delve into the shadows, and harness the power of it in return, are the ones who are referred to as shrews, and thus obtain various abilities that distinguish them from ordinary people and exercise evil for the benefit of the people, ultimately achieving supreme and legendary feats. They infuse the power of shadows into nails, resisting the tide of the Great Eruption that was trying to engulf the world and prevented it from sinking. They even made improvements to the shadows, making the fear-gathering possible. The above info comes from an ancient text of Langqiu. I do not vouch its authenticity. Hey, S-Gadget, aren't you also a shrew? As long as I'm quoting literature, I'm not bragging. But since it's just a quote, I can vouch for its authenticity. Anything else you want to dig into? Absolutely, infusing the power of shadow into nails. Is that what you mean by nourishment earlier? Exactly. After achieving such a grand feat, even a shrew would get exhausted. 5 and 4/5 out of 7 shrews have fallen into a deep slumber. 4/5. Song-Che counts as 1 and I count as 1/5, so naturally there are 5 and 4/5 out of 7. Now, what we need to do is temporarily pull out the nails and let the shrews' power return to their bodies. Will that trigger the Great Eruption or spark hostility from the shrews? Not quickly, and believe me, when the shrews know that their companions have come here but are headed to Oxia, then it will be an undeniable crisis for them. It's natural someone needs to awaken them. Henceforth, in my view, if we temporarily remove the nails, you get a chance to reunite with the companions and will also earn the shrews' gratitude. Afterward, all you shrews can team up and take on other potential issues. Sure, if there's trouble in Oxia, Langqiu won't be at peace, and vice versa. Sounds reasonable, but it's just one side of the story. Let's wait for Song-Che to return, and then everyone can confirm together. Honestly, she's not a great liar. Her lies are usually quickly exposed. What's next? Assuming we've achieved an agreement. Let's try to release the shadow in the nails. During this process, a bunch of monsters will emerge. Your job is to eliminate as many as possible to ensure I have enough strength to continue. I don't quite get the logic behind it. It's a trade-off, remember? Simply put, what you're about to do is use those monsters as a prize to perform a fear gathering that gives me power, allowing me to pry open the nail in front of me. This is the last resort. The man who left it, though always seeking death, might still be more powerful than I am. Of course, if you're up to running around, monsters found elsewhere can also serve as nourishment, but that's certainly not as convenient as sourcing locally, right? You know your stuff. You're just slow to act. Herlia, after hearing all that, what do you and Miss Chen-Xue think? You've already made up your mind, haven't you? Right. I won't blindly follow the opinion of a tool, but I also plan to try the method it suggests ASAP. You seem like a nice girl. They never even said a word when I was betrayed in the past. Come on. Since this operation is kind of like a test, let's start by making the most of what we have. That was fast. The desire to attack is growing stronger, but it doesn't seem to be targeting me. What? The signal suddenly got cut off as soon as the experiment began. Perhaps it's because Lang Qiu's shadows were concentrated due to the experiment. But with gadgets over there, Crowley should be fine. You better keep your words. Well, I know you're probably worried about her, but rest assured, as a member of the Shu's, gadgets is not to be underestimated. Trust me, just be patient, and communication on their end will eventually be restored. How could I forget? Something not related to Crowley, but rather literally about gadgets. There's something else we need to check out here. Entropy, do you remember the first day you enrolled? Besides the anchor of the apocalypse, I took you on a tour of something else in this building. Wait, you mean that box? The one in the monitoring facility? Isn't it an artifact? Yeah, but just because it's relic doesn't mean it can't have a practical value. Well, for most students at the Data Research Institute, visiting might just be a tradition. What most people don't know is, children from the sea of data can establish some kind of spiritual connection with it, though that wasn't the original purpose of that relic. Could it be some kind of magical item like a phylactery? Well, if you want to draw a parallel in that direction, it might be somewhat similar to a save point in a video game. This is getting more mysterious. Don't worry, you'll understand once you give it a try. You might make some unexpected discoveries even. I already set the permission for you guys. If we stay here, we can only wait for communication to be restored with Crowley. Maybe we're even adding extra pressure on Halia. Since it's come to this, I'll go take a look. I'll go with you. I'll stay here and wait for Crowley's message. What about Miss Songque? Honestly, with gadgets on the other side, whether I am there or not doesn't make much difference. What I mean is, there's no need for two shrews to intervene. Then how about I also go check out that Asian item you mentioned? To be honest, I have some knowledge of appraising artifacts. You are our guest. If you want to visit somewhere or do something, it's entirely up to you. Great, that's exactly what I want to hear. Hello? Good day, Miss Shilu. Isn't it working hours right now? My work only demands 5% of my effort each day, while the rest of the time is spent filling the void of my monotonous life. These are your friends, right? Are they also members of the Data Research Institute? They all possess remarkable presence. Not exactly. I can't disclose to Shilu that they're not from Luoxing. By the way, Miss Shilu, how may I assist you? Alright, can you teach me how to explore the sea of data? Becoming an explorer has always been my dream. Miss Shilu, if I recall correctly, you once asked Chen-Xue to pull some strings. But accessing the sea of data requires proper certification and is not meant for untrained individuals. Why do you think I joined the company? It's precisely for the chance to get that certificate. However, the company deemed my qualification to be just average and assigned me to the clerical department. Since then, I've been working solely with data. It's truly frustrating. Talent isn't something I can control. I've been working hard, but why hasn't there been any progress at all? I'm sorry, but I can't help you with that. Maybe you can seek advice from other professionals. Yeah, I can't agree more. Actually, I reached out to a retired explorer not long ago, but he declined my request. Speaking of which, could you accompany me to another visit to him? As a member of the Data Research Institute, you should be able to get him to open up. If time permits, why not agree to her request? It's also an opportunity for us to familiarize ourselves with the environment here. I guess so. Since Halia says so, let's go and have a look.
晴朗的日子里，有时候也会想和太阳聊聊天呢。
We've been having some strange weather lately, and my rheumatism is aching up again. Elsa, when you have time, accompany me to see Dr. Ludi and get some medication, will you? Oh, Andrew 4. Have I mistook you again? My eyesight's really failing. Mr. Howard, I've come to see you again. What did you say, Andrew 4? Strange, why do I feel like it's talking? Wait, why am I being mistaken for a dog? Entropy, you've got some really unique people here. Wait, are there more people here? Let me see. Harold squinted his eyes and struggled to recognize. You don't seem like ordinary individuals. Do you have some business with me? Sir, it's me, Shilu. Could you reconsider teaching me about exploring the sea of data? Why are you so persistent, child? I've already told you that I'm old and incapable of teaching. I know that you're just like my company, not impressed with my ability at all. However, this time, I brought someone to assist me. She is from the Data Research Institute and is here to assist me in exploring the sea of data. You can trust that I will be able to learn everything you have to impart. Wait, assist you in exploring the sea of data? You never mentioned this request before. Come on, might as well help him out to the end. Pretty please. The Data Research Institute. So you're also Professor Youyun's students. Students there don't require my guidance. Shilu must have convinced you to accompany her, am I correct? Haha. Never mind. Since you all seem genuinely sincere, I will grant Shilu's request. However, I have one condition before that. Do tell. Before becoming the Sea of Data Explorer, I underwent a series of tests. If you can successfully complete them, I will share my years of experience with you and assist you in getting the certification. Really? Don't worry, I'll do whatever it takes to pass the test. Alright, I will jot down the location for the test for you. These are the locations of the Sea of Data. These coordinates have never been mentioned in any textbook. Mr. Harold, you haven't remembered wrongly, have you? Do not fret. Even if I were to forget my own name, I could never forget the coordinates of the Sea of Data. If the teleportation destination is incorrect, it could lead to significant trouble. In any case, within the area defined by these coordinates, you will find the emblem of the exploration company. Each newcomer must independently enter the Sea of Data and obtain the emblem to become an official employee. Considering that you have not received professional training, I will reduce the difficulty a bit. As long as you successfully acquire the emblem, it will be considered as passing the test. Don't worry, Mr. Harold, I won't disappoint you. So, my dear friend, and your pals, could you... I understand. I'll accompany you on this journey.
这周的大作业是不是还没有交？对于外面的世界来说，世界炮或许也只是一个盆景。有时候也想去一些奇奇怪怪的地方，可惜。好像只有我总是被路边的猫咪碰死，也不知道为什么。
This is the entrance to the Sea of Data, but... Hey, young lady, you're not giving up yet, huh? Alum, I won't give up. I still remember the last time you were rescued from the Sea of Data by the rescue hoverbike. Haven't learned a thing, have you? Or do you just like the views of those hoverbikes? Don't worry, Alum. It was merely a minor injury, some superficial wounds, a slight concussion, and a few fractures. I have already recovered. I'm fully prepped this time around, so there should be no issue. Youngsters really do possess resilience and courage. Fine, I'll grant you another attempt. That was what you thought I'd say, right? Dream on. Well, I appreciate your dedication to your work. Dedication alone is not enough for you to venture into the Sea of Data without any protection. After all, it is my responsibility to safeguard the path to the Sea of Data. Responsibility? So, is it also your responsibility to read novels during work hours, frighten children, and skip work with me to enjoy a cup of coffee? No matter what, as an administrator, I cannot permit you to enter the sea of data without a valid reason. There is a reason, though. Mr. Harold has sent me. If I successfully complete his test, he is willing to assist me in obtaining the qualification to explore the sea of data. That old man? Hasn't he retired already? His word holds no weight. You should wait until you possess the qualification. Alam? No means no. Deal with it. Miss Alam? Alright, Alam. This time I have an assistant. An assistant? I am a student at the Data Research Institute. Oh, I remember now. You're Chen-Xue, correct? We met last month. This is the first time I've seen you dressed like this. No. I'm her junior, Entropy. It's not just me. These friends of mine will also accompany Shilu to the Sea of Data. Have a look. Well now, since you have employees from the Data Research Institute accompanying you. Fine, just this once. Looks like the Data Research Institute's reputation still carries weight. Thank you, Alam. Alright, let's get going. It's completely different from the last time I visited. Just as the books described, the Sea of Data encompasses a vast expanse. So this is the place. I came here once with Chen-Xue. It's definitely a suitable place for beginners to test their skills. But for someone as impatient as Shilu, she probably has reason to worry. Is there anything noteworthy about this place? It's just a more complicated route. We jokingly called it the Minghe Ant Mill Maze. Minghe Ant Mill Maze. Minghe ants are a unique species found in Minhai, and they occasionally appear in Arctic as well. When these ants lose their way, they spin in place until they find their direction or exhaust themselves to death. Of course, since it's a testing area, it's not that dangerous here. Since there's only one door, let's proceed forward, shall we? Fine, let's follow along for now.
幽兰戴尔前辈，他就像一道信标，是不灭之刃的大家追求的方向。对于外面的世界来说，世界泡或许也只是一个盆景。轻拂的风也是知觉的一部分。
Blossoms bloom and fade, as do people stride. In life's ebb and flow, all coincide. Oh, do you also like flowers, my friend? Flowers? There's something very special about you. I like to present the most matching flower to your personality. Did you know? It's not people picking flowers, it's flowers picking people. Smell the roses, my friend.
我的朋友。
Introduction to the 12 Palaces. The zodiacal 12 houses are 12 sectors artificially divided based on the trajectory of the sun in the celestial sphere. Over the course of a year, the sun rotates through these sectors. When it travels through a particular sector, corresponding to a period of approximately 55 or 56 days, we refer to that time period as XX house or XX days. Due to the elliptical orbit of Luoxing, its revolution speed varies with distance from the Sun. Consequently, the angular span of each sector in the zodiacal 12 houses divided by time is not uniform. In the traditions of the Phoenix continent, people correlate the celestial 12 houses with the 4 continental regions on Earth, forming the transfixing system of heavenly resonance. We've indicated them here for the reader's reference. 魁风 heaven, duration April 31st to June 11th, division North continent, Arcadia. 苗裔 heaven, duration June 12th to July 30th, division East continent, Lune. Archaeological evidence suggests that in a more detailed transfixing system, the Antares region, including the city of Oxia, represents this house. 参衡 heaven, duration July 31st to September 12th, division South continent, Phoenix continent. Archaeological evidence suggests that in a more detailed transfixing system, the central volcano Olympus, not geographically part of the Phoenix continent, represents this house. 金雨 heaven, duration September 13th to October 30th, division West continent, Elysium. 醒宫 heaven, duration October 31st to December 12th, division North continent, Arcadia. 宜生 heaven, duration December 13th to 13th month, 31st, division East continent, Lune. Archaeological evidence suggests that in a more detailed transfixing system, the Grand Canyon, Murias, serve as the boundary between Lune and the Phoenix continent, represents this house. 角元 heaven, duration 13th month, 32nd to 15th month, 12th, division South continent, Phoenix continent. 生宗 heaven, duration 15th month, 13th to 16th month, 31st, division West continent, Elysium. 微号 heaven, duration 16th month, 32nd to 18th month, 13th, division North continent, Arcadia. Archaeological evidence suggests that in a more detailed transfixing system, the geographical North Pole region represents this house. 斗河 heaven, duration 18th month, 14th to January 29th, division East continent, Lune. 戊子 heaven, duration January 30th to March 11th, division South continent, Phoenix continent. 诗音 heaven, duration March 12th to April 30th, division West continent, Elysium.
有事就快说。
If you have something to say, spit it out. You seem pretty lackluster. Huh? I'm just here to earn some pocket money. Can you not like you're the king here for a minute? Sorry, got a bit carried away there. Ah, so annoying. How about I give you a free fortune-telling session? Honestly, I'm not much of a believer in destiny. Then just don't come into the store. So irritating.